Hey, the date's here. We have our debate today. Self-driving cars, are they good for economy, for the environment, for humanity in general, or are there problems, the cons, basically supersede the pros, right? This is the group here that is saying that no, self-driving cars have more issues with them and we should not continue investing in them. And this group right here on my left with Junaid, Yusuf, Imran, Zaid, Hashim is saying, no, self-driving cars are very good, we should continue. Furqan's neutral, and Asif, Mohsen, our new addition. Heather, Obaid, Rayan, Adam, Abdullah Manjara, Noman are saying that we should not continue with self-driving cars, or basically they are not the biggest priority of humanity at the moment. So let's start the debate. We have some points that we're going to discuss. Electric cars reduce air pollution and greenhouse gases, and enough content we have done on biodiversity, saving the planet, same discussion in social studies, same discussion in science. So let's start. In favor of electric cars, opening argument, Junaid, electric cars reduce air pollution and greenhouse gases. What do you have to say?
So, electric cars don't really add to climate change, which is impacting the whole world, but they still take from it. But basically, what electric cars do is they lessen the negative effect, other than gas cars do. They make more negative effect than positive.
Okay, Yusuf wants to add something to it.
If we're speaking long term, electric cars actually help the environment more. Because of fossil fuels and everything, gasoline companies dig them up and cause a whole ton of pollution making them up. But if you make batteries which will cause pollution in short term, I'm not denying that, but if you see it in the long term, it will actually help the climate.
Okay, so because the opposite side was probably thinking, what about lithium batteries, right? And that's a problem. Yusuf already answered that yes, in the short term it is, but long term no. And Yusuf is also not shy of wearing his Sharks jersey proud, the clean sheet. Okay, Asif, opening argument in response. Who wants to give the opening argument? Rian, let's go. Asif, I'll come to you.
Okay, yeah, lithium batteries are being used, and you know that they're polluting the environment. But just to make the cars themselves, it's also using fossil fuels. So it's not as different as regular cars.
How? Please explain. How is it using fossil fuels? It is. Any manufacturing requires fossil fuels, right?
Because lithium and cobalt and nickel are being mined to make the batteries.
Okay. Yes, Adam, what do you want to add?
Also, those Tesla charging places, they use some fossil fuels to create their sending of the electricity and stuff.
Okay, and Asif, you wanted to add something, and then we'll go back to them.
Like he's saying, but Teslas use so much electricity, so much, and it's wasting so much electricity.
Okay, so what we have from here is what the opposite side is saying, that yes, they're helping the planet, they're not using fossil fuel, but the manufacturing of these cars already consumes so much of the planet, and we don't even know about the long-term impacts yet. What do you have to say about that? Zaid's here, Hashim, Imran. By the way, Hashim and Zaid, thank you so much for joining us. They're both doing HIVs, but they got special permission to join us for the debate. Yes, Imran, what do you have to say? Okay, Yusuf, go.
Okay, so I wanted to just respond to one question that
Please.
most of the people said. It's that they're using fossil electricity to actually make it. But the thing is that if they use solar panels or other forms to get electricity, like hydro, it's not going to impact the planet that much. Because as we currently know, Tesla superchargers are using solar panels to get their electricity. They're not using fossil fuels and stuff like that.
You've answered that question. And again, electricity consumption is a lot less impact than what we have with fossil fuels, right? But what they're really posing is, what about the manufacturing of Tesla? Tesla, when it's manufactured in itself, consumes so much of the planet and also my pocket, which we will come to later in the debate. That's the later part of the debate. What about that? How do you answer that, Junaid? I'm coming to you next.
Well, for self-driving cars, Tesla is not really the only option.
Yes.
And there are different ways to fuel or make the car than just electricity and fossil fuels. There's a thing that a lot of companies are working on. It's called H2 fuel, which is just basically hydro-powered cars. And if that actually comes into development, we fund it enough, and it actually becomes let's say, not even a global, a countrywide thing, then we're going to decrease the negative impact of self-driving cars than ever.
Just because the process is wrong does not mean my intention is wrong. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. If the intention is to save the planet, a lot of giant manufacturers are now working on how can we make it more sustainable to manufacture Tesla. And also, there's not a Tesla attack or defense session, anyways. It's about self-driving cars. And to be very honest, other than Tesla, Ford, Mercedes, and some other brands, we don't even know other self-driving cars. So Julian brought up a really good point that yes, right now that's the problem,
Waymo
but
is
it
another
can be.
self-driving car.
It can't. Oh, which one? Help us out.
Waymo.
Waymo.
It's another brand. Waymo.
Oh, Waymo is another
Yeah.
brand. Okay, so there's other brands who are working on the sustainability of manufacturing. So, Imran, what do you have to say?
So you said, Rand, you said that to make Teslas use fossil fuels
Yes.
and things. What about gas cars? They also use fossil fuels and make.
I said.
Yeah, but when they drive the gas car, it impacts more the environment than the Tesla, because Tesla now it uses fossil fuel. It doesn't now anymore.
Okay, what he's trying to say before we move on to the next point, this last thing on counter argument on this specific thing, that yes, it costs a lot to manufacture a Tesla, but once it comes on the road, right from the word go, it starts helping the planet. Is that true or not? We need a lot of research on it. Again, it's a very oversimplified discussion. Yes, Adam, what do you have to say?
Also, by the time all electric cars are going to be only there, there's going to be a lot of fossil fuels used to create all of those electric cars.
No, but Adam, what he's saying is that let's say we use equal amount of fossil fuels in creating all the electric cars. Once they will come on the road, they're not consuming fossil fuels anymore. Now, but what he doesn't understand is that to create these Teslas or self-driving cars right now, it's costing a lot more. The problem is not that Imran, I agree with what you're saying, that if a Honda Civic comes on the road, normal orthodox car, it will start consuming fossil fuel. But the manufacturing of it did not cost as much as the manufacturing of Tesla. So one Tesla that comes on the road is basically like 5 or 6 normal cars coming on the road. But so we're gonna stop this point right here. Zaid, just quickly add something.
It's like a new thing.
Please go for it.
So, like, you know how you have to turn on your car, like, so you can get it warm. So it's in the garage, right? If you turn it on, there's smoke coming out, and if the smoke, like, if you go in the garage, then it like can affect your health, and like
So stay away from the garage.
no, like because the electric cars they don't have smoke.
Okay, the garage smoke situation and all those emergency incidents are now going to be over. Boys, because we have very short time, we're going to move to our next point. Next point is that yes, electric cars are very good, but they are also very, very expensive, at least in North America. Well, recently we had some sort of agreement with China, and hopefully we're going to have cheaper electric cars now. But as of right now, electric cars are so expensive that a normal person, someone like me working 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, can't even dream of buying one. So what help are they doing to the environment? How many people can afford a Tesla or any self-driving car in real life? So if majority cannot even afford it, how is it going to help the planet? Opening argument on this, let's get from Heather. They're too expensive. Heather, what do you have to say? It's your chance to make the attack and they'll defend it.
As they're saying that it reduces fossil fuels,
Yeah.
less people can buy because of the price.
Yeah.
So basically, they'll choose the cars that rely on fossil fuels,
Yeah.
which will affect the planet more. So if they can bring down the price, maybe it can change.
Okay, anybody else want to add? Just for the pricing. Talking about pricing right now, nothing else. Yeah, go.
The gas cars, they they can be like $1,000 and a little bit more, and electric cars they're way more than $1,000, and it makes more people not be able to drive it. And then when more people that are poor and they see people that are rich, they see that they have that car, they feel jealous, and then
Okay, it's causing more jealousy and animosity between people versus helping the planet. And Adam, I wish any of the cars were $1,000. None of them are, but we get your point that conventional cars are cheaper than electric cars. And the difference is not like, okay, as Adam mentioned, 1,000 to 2,000. It's a lot more than that. We're still getting open arguments. You'll get a chance to respond to it. Rihanna.
If there is a law where electric cars are needed,
Huh.
low-income families will not be able to afford the cars.
Yeah,
if
we
there
know
is a
that.
law.
Yeah.
So
Oh, where did you get that from? That's way beyond your pay grade. Yeah, Mr. Huck, I'm like, what? What happened all of a sudden? Okay, Rayan is saying, which is again, we don't know if it's him or he got it from somewhere, that if it becomes legal, if it becomes law that everybody has to buy a self-driving car, just like the way you have to have your seatbelt on, it's law, or you have a child seat for your kid. If it becomes law, a lot of lower income families will not be able to be on the road anymore because they're so expensive. Last thing on the pricing, and then all the response from that side. Asif, go.
And also, they're like a normal family. Like they can't get a Tesla. Like they can get a normal car that's big enough for their family. They're like so expensive, and you rarely see them when you're driving. You rarely see them on the road, and if you do, it's just like one. You never see like a bunch.
Yeah.
And it just like a normal family can't
Asif
afford
is
one.
saying rich people are not normal, and I agree. I agree with him. No, they are. Obaid also wants to add to it. Go. Love this group. Yeah.
You guys said that you're gonna use like.
No. We're doing the pricing right now. Pricing.
I know. But you say that you're gonna use fossil fuels and stuff, right?
Yeah.
To make these things.
Yeah.
But fossil fuels doesn't cost like much, but like. Never mind.
Okay. Mohsen, you want to add anything to the pricing? You want to add anything? You're sitting here saying that electric cars are not very good. Do you want to add something about the pricing, or should we go there now?
I think Tesla suck.
Huh?
I think Tesla suck because they take too much. Like this, it's super expensive. Why should I buy one?
Okay, Mohsen is posing a question. Why should I buy one? Well, inshallah, answer him later. So now he has a chance to respond. Yes, super awesome, beautiful, fancy. I got into a Cybertruck myself during winter holidays at a mall. I can't remember the mall. Yorkdale. And it feels like I'm sitting in some scene from Star Trek. Feel good, save the planet, but I don't think in this lifetime I can buy one. Start responding, they're so expensive. Junaid, go. Yusuf, go.
Okay.
Everybody.
So like you said, there was an agreement with China that's gonna make the electric cars less. But we can't change the world overnight. It takes time to change the world. And my second point is like how if we install solar panels, the government pays us almost half of it. So if we buy
There's
electric
tax
cars,
rebates, yeah.
if we buy electric cars, they could possibly pay us back.
So Yusuf is using basically rhetoric and speech and emotion that world doesn't change overnight. Did not give a specific answer, just gave us a true politician sort of world will not change overnight, brothers, hang in there and revolutions are coming. They're too expensive, Yusuf, that's the reality. And those Chinese cars are not coming here overnight, okay? But I get your point that just because something is not, I'm actually on board with that. If something seems too difficult, doesn't mean we stop doing it. My real problem here is that do we want them to be cheap? The electric cars, such as Tesla, self-driving Mercedes, some of them we have on the board, they have now become a style symbol. So I don't know. I mean, they have now become a symbolic representation of being wealthy. So do they even want them to be cheaper? I don't know, right? Let's get more responses. Imran, go. They're too. Sorry, Junaid, go. They're too expensive.
So I have a counter for Ryan.
Please.
He said, what if it became law that
became law.
everybody had to have an electric car? Well, then what will happen is it will become normalized, and when it becomes normalized, what will happen is it will get cheaper. Right now, gas cars are normalized. That's why they're cheaper, and electricals are all like rare. They're exotic. They're rarely and they're pretty rare compared to gas cars. So if it was law, or let's say it was implemented more, it would become normalized, which equals to the price going down.
Beautiful, beautiful response, Ryan. That's exactly what needs to happen. Again, in an ideal world, for it to be legalized, because then there's no option. Not everybody's gonna sit at home, right? If this becomes a law, then either the government has to find me a cheaper option, a cheaper electric car, or I will have to bus it here, or I would have to carpool with someone, or I would have to walk here. Either way, all options look pretty good, because I took a day off yesterday and it was so long and so boring that I don't think I'm gonna sit at home. I'm gonna start walking at, 12 o'clock at night and somehow get here, which is good for health. I'm gonna find somebody to give me a ride, which is good for health. So that point that you mentioned, become legalized, is exactly maybe what needs to happen. Great response by Junaid. Hashim wants to add something. Go to Asif, and then we go to our next point.
Some of the non-electric cars are expensive too.
Yeah.
So basically, like Mercedes or Rolls Royals
Yeah.
are like really expensive.
Yeah.
Even expensive than like the Tesla or like rest of the electric cars.
In his more innocent, in his most innocent and simple way, Hashim keeps things simple. When he's goalie, the ball comes really hard, he just stops it from going in. In a very simple way, removing electric cars will not take away the fascination of owning expensive vehicles. It's still going to be there. I mean, what was that? Lamborghini is still way more expensive than any electric car. So by removing it, it's not going to take away the fascination of electric cars. Because we have short time, we got to move on to our next point. And that's next point, right? You have a lot to talk about. The next point. Okay. So far, we have our neutral person Furqan. Which one are you tilting towards more? Electric car or no electric car?
No electric car.
So far, Furqan saying no electric car. Our next point is self-driving cars are going to open up more time. Okay. For me, I have 3 hours of driving every single day. It's going to open up 3 hours of not driving, which means I'm just sitting on a chair with nothing to do. How does that help us or not help us? Because we gave you guys the chance for the opening argument, let's go to them and let's keep me as an example, or any person my age, like this kind of age group. 3 hours of open time, sitting on a chair, nothing to do. How would it help me, Imran?
It won't help you, and some cars like Tesla.
won't?
It won't help you like standing there just
Okay.
stepping
Yeah.
on the pedal.
Yeah.
Some GPS, some ways like Waze or Maps. My mom tries some different routes, and it helps her. So some of the maps or Waze, for example, they give you longer traffic or something like that. Tesla can be quite smarter, bring you less traffic.
No, Imran,
and
free
reduce
time. I got free time. What should I do with my free time now? I got free time, Hashim.
So basically, you can drive the car too, the electric cars, and you can the car can actually help you park.
Why would I do it when the car is driving itself? Why would I say, "Hey, you don't do my work. I'm gonna take control now"? That only happened with Will Smith in his movie when in some future movie. In real life, nobody would take control. They will let the car drive. Okay, so what can we do with this extra time that opens up? Let's go to Junaid. Opening argument, solid, good opening argument, Junaid, please.
So what you can do with this time is basically not what the self-driving car gives you. It's basically what you want. So technology gives us time, and it's based on the character what you do with the time.
Yes.
So what you need to do or should do is use it productively. You get technology is known to make creativity less, but in the same time, when it gives you time, you can think more, ponder more, and it'll give you more time to be more creative. It also gives you more time, I would say opportunity to go into deep thought. It will help you connect to your deen, which is not for us. And what else I would do is, let's say, basically, you have to like run and do something important, but you can't because you're driving, especially you, because you have to drive like 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
So what you do during that time is you finish one thing while the other, like the thing that consumes time, is already doing itself.
Yeah.
So it's more productivity and efficiency.
Yeah, I can mentor. I can do some mentoring sessions in there too. Let's drop Heather inside to his house today. The car will drive itself. Let's take Ubaid. I can do one-on-one sessions in the car. Great idea. Yusuf, let's go.
I just have a answer to a concern that
No question. We're questioning it. Time open up. What we do? You're doing the opening argument right now. What do we do with this free time that the self-driving car is giving us? Come on, man. We got 3 hours extra in a day. How does it help you?
Because it's Ramadan right now, you could read some extra Quran or do some extra juz, which will actually increase your bond with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I guess.
Okay, in a very ideal world, if you're a super awesome, good person like Adam is, you can use that free time, because I'm playing video games. You can use this time to do some askar and strengthen your bond with God. One more opening argument, yes, free time.
So here you woke up late and work, and you have to go to work like really fast. While the car drives by itself, you can join the work by online meeting, and yeah.
A lot of online meetings can for sure happen. I personally feel that I wish I could give more time to OMA, right? I have a lot of ideas, but there's only Monday to Friday, and then you know what I'm saying? So I can do a lot of work, as I mentioned, one-on-one coaching, meetings with one-on-one, a lot of work as the car is going home. I can get all that done while the car is driving itself. Some pretty good uses of free time. Let's get some counter arguments that all this beautiful free time we're getting with the self-driving cars, what is your problem with that? Asif.
Well, like for the electric car, what if like you need to go to an important meeting, but the car is dead, and then you need to charge it.
So we're talking about the free time it gives you by driving itself. Wait, Heather, go.
Electric cars have built-in TVs or YouTube in them.
They do, yes.
Who would do work when they can watch YouTube and do their like?
In a very innocent way, Heather has said the truth and the reality. Once YouTube is available on a screen, who is going to do their azkar and strengthen their relationship with God?
The one.
Who's going to do online meetings or read? We'll get cancer. Or read creative ideas to change the world. Because we have YouTube in front of us, one after the other. What are they called? The videos? No, when you go like this.
Shorts.
The word.
YouTube Shorts.
Shorts? No, reels. Once you have those reels going, shorts. Okay, why would you stop from that? Obaid, free time, what's your problem?
It increases laziness because when I'm following on with Heather, when people have free time, they're not gonna use it on like going to, doing meetings and stuff because they're not gonna use it on doing meetings and stuff because think globally, right?
Big numbers.
If electric cars are sold globally and it's regularized, like
Yeah.
how he said,
Yeah.
then people are gonna become more lazy.
Yeah.
And so like with this free time, I'm not just saying people become more lazy, but also with the stuff that they do during this free time. For example, like if you're like hungry or something, you can eat, or like and if this happens,
They're gonna eat more.
Yeah, they're gonna eat more. Obesity goes up, or like if you're just bored and you're watching YouTube or something, then of course the screen rate will.
If we take, if we take our current free time of our entire species altogether, let's stick to our biodiversity book in a very simple, childish way. If we take all the free time that we have on Earth, what are we doing with it, Mohsin? With all the free time that we have on Earth, what are we doing with it right now as a species, as humans? Huh?
What?
Watch! Say it again.
I watch
We're watching. Mohsin, one last time, please.
and I play with it.
We're watching and we're playing. All the free time, guys, let's not, as I said before, we cannot do hypocrisy. We gotta be very, very honest in these debates, right? Majority free time that we have right now, right? We're either watching football, basketball, baseball, or playing Fortnite, what's the other thing called? Roblox, or what else? Minecraft, and or whatever, right? That's what we're doing with our free time. So what makes us think that we're gonna sit there and ponder and do a scar? But, because I gotta jump to the next point now, with that being said, I know Junaid and Yusuf both, because I talk to them a lot, they both want to say this and I agree with it. Just because certain people are doing it, doesn't mean we don't open free time. Right? Okay, give your response quickly.
So
What's your response?
basically what it is, it's appeal to ambition. Well, you want to appeal yourself, you want to be happy, you want to enjoy, but at the same time you have ambition of, let's say, doing something right, growing closer to somebody or like your deen and having a stronger iman. But basically what we have to do is motivate people. It's not about people getting lazier, it's that we're not doing anything about it. So all we have to do is, first of all, we have to motivate, and second of all, we have to make people realize, because if they realize at one point, they will stop, because you know you're doing something wrong.
Your argument was people are using free time for TikTok and Instagram. Janae is saying we're going to use this free time to convince them not to use their existing free time with watching and playing only. Do something else. Okay, next point. A lot of job loss. It's a 40. I know. It's a very long debate, but we only have 40 minutes because of Ramadan. We gotta keep moving, right? Lots of job loss will happen for sure. Taxis will drive themselves and get to places where people have to be. Trucks will drive themselves. Food will be delivered by itself. A lot of job loss will happen. So now, what do you have to say about the job loss? Who started last time? What the time thing? They started. You guys can start. A lot of job loss will happen. So your chance to tell them that why do you want people to lose their jobs? No man, go. Because you haven't said a word yet. Opening argument for job loss in electric cars. Let's go.
Lose their driving skills.
Huh?
Lose their driving skills.
We're also gonna forget how to drive. That's another thing. Nobody, I would say, at least from here to in entire Cambridge, how many people know how to make a table? This. Simple. Very few. Very few. So we're losing skills. When I was a kid, knowing 5 phone numbers at least in your brain was a normal thing. Now I don't even know. Now if Maran Imran calls me and it doesn't say Maran Imran, I wouldn't know who's calling. So we are losing basic human skills, as Numan mentioned, but that's not the point here. The point here is job loss. Let's talk about job loss. Yes.
A lot of people that work in Lamborghini and that other big companies that are not self-driving, they will lose a lot of jobs, and also deliveries won't be so efficient because they can't go.
Deliveries, Adam, will be more efficient than right
No,
now.
they can't go go to your house and drop it off. You're just gonna have to go outside. If it's snowing, you're gonna have to go take your order.
Adam is gonna call you a million times a robot, right? It won't get tired or sick of it. First of all, it's gonna find your house exactly. A person struggles with it. Second, it's a robot. It will keep giving you notifications again and again. It won't get bored. A person gets bored with delivery.
Well, people that do like the jobs for like wood, like they bring the wood
Yeah.
to other places,
They will lose
a
their
lot
job.
of jobs, and also they might have another opportunity to check other jobs, but they might not be able to get another job.
Abdullah Manzar, job loss. What do you say? Nothing. He's like, I don't know about that. I know. What do you say about own goals? What are your thoughts? What if an own goal happens in the last 1 minute of a game? Good idea, bad idea? You okay, Manjara? You good? Good boy. Job loss, Rayan Haq.
Okay, so-
Rayan, mashallah, has really prepared for this one. He's a lawyer, like sitting like a lawyer with all his documents. Look at the preparation. Look at the preparation of this debate, mashallah. Some of the kids really went deeper into preparation. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, job loss, go.
Job loss, such as taxi drivers, truck drivers, delivery drivers,
Yes, sir,
and
I
if
s-
cars drive themselves, many people could lose their jobs. Gas stations and convenience stores would also lose because there's no cars to get filled with gas. There's only electric.
There we go. And these evil people, they will all want all that to happen. We'll come to you. Obey job loss. What do you say about
Job
that?
loss could also lead to less money, right?
Job loss obviously leads to less money.
Of
yes.
course, but with less money, people will not be able to afford electric cars, and so yeah.
It's a snake eating its own tail, right? If there's job loss, who's gonna afford these fancy, beautiful, nice smelling Teslas, right? We're gonna come back to you guys. We'll give you a full chance. I'm saving like 7 minutes for you to respond to it. Heather, job loss. One of the worst things that can ever happen to humanity. All politicians talk about it all the time. Job loss, job loss, job loss, job loss. Yes.
Basically,
Huh.
adding on to what Naman said, that people will lose their skills of driving, and when those electric cars, they need to charge, but they still have some deliveries.
So we're talking about this right now, empty pocket problem. If I'm a truck driver and I'm going to work and the person tells me your job is gone because the truck is driving itself, and now where do I go from there? I can't watch or play. I'm a father of 3. I wish I had that option, right? Last points from Abdullah Manjra on job loss.
I don't think it would make job loss because then more people would be in like the job that would have cars because they require a human inside the car to actually drive, and plus you have to hold the wheel, the steering wheel too.
Okay, Manjra is saying, although I'm sitting here on this side, but I don't think job loss is an impact because more humans are going to be required. So the longer answer, like supply demand will increase, which means more trucks, which means more humans are needed than to operate them. That's one way of, huh?
Basically, they'll get less money because they have to give it to everyone in the job.
Okay, so let's get the response. Job loss. Manjra, I agree with you. What you're talking about is a completely different segue. We just have short time right now, otherwise I will engage in discussion with you. You have brought up a very good point here. But let's get the response of, what's your problem, guys? Are we doing all taxi drivers and Uber drivers to lose their job? Junaid, go.
So I don't only have job loss. I have a full economical plan of what impact it will have.
Yes.
So for job loss is a big impact. Jobs like Uber, truck drivers, other taxis, and delivery drivers can lose their jobs. But at the same time, transportation will become more efficient, and along with that, more jobs will be created.
How?
Jobs, because you need more jobs to, let's say, sustain or create the vehicles.
That's what Manjra was talking about too. Continue.
The new jobs would be such as software engineering, AI development, sensor manufacturing.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. I'm a taxi driver. I haven't done software engineering in the last like many years. So
Then
how
you're
would I
developing
learn?
a skill,
Okay, yeah.
developing a skill. And then companies like Tesla and Mayo would expand, which would again help normalize, and cities would change. Less need for parking, fewer crashes equal lower insurance cost.
Just pause 1 second, guys. just listen to all these points, because at the end of it, we're all going to decide, do I want to buy a self-driving car or not? Don't just listen to respond to him. He's giving some really good points that yes, there will be job loss, but in the short term, but a lot of positives coming in the long term. So let him finish, then I'll come back to you, because this is our last point of the debate. Yes.
Fewer crashes equal lower insurance cost, possibly less car ownership, because you wouldn't really need it. All you do is just get in a car and deliver where you want.
I can't own my car anymore.
I said
Yeah.
you could, but I don't know. So basically, it would destroy jobs while creating new jobs, and overall, one could say it would be a disturbance. But who said it would be for a negative effect? It could
Some
be-
turbulence. We're going towards the better future with progress. You guys don't understand that? Okay.
Are we doing safety risk?
we have like 5 minutes. I want to keep on the job loss because it's the most closest to our hearts. So let's respond to it first. Okay, Zaid, go. Job loss. What's your problem? Why do you want people to lose their jobs? I'm an Uber driver. I'm a happy guy. Eid's coming up, and Uber will drive itself. What am I gonna do? Yes.
You guys said Uber drivers like they can drive themselves, right?
Huh.
So why can't like for you you're not Uber driver, you're a teacher. There's other jobs in the world. There's no like Uber driver. There's nothing.
Why do
not
we
all
just,
Uber.
if you are a truck driver and because of that you've never had the opportunity to explore other options, why do you want to just keep doing it forever? As I've said that many times I've shared with you guys before, I was a banker. If I thought banking is the be all end all of human existence, I would not do the best job of my life ever, in which every minute here is more satisfying than the entire time in 12 years in the bank. Great response, Zaid. That's not the only option. But Ubaid seems very angry. He's saying all this that Junaid is saying sounds very idealistic and unreal and not going to happen probably. Yes.
Alright, first of all, AI jobs in software engineering. Alright, first of all, AI companies have been losing stock for a year or so. And second of all, software engineering, you need to go to school again, which people are definitely not going to like. Right? And it's probably not going to be a good job because people are not going to want to go to school again.
At age 41, it's hard for me to go back to school. I can't memorize one surah. So go back to school will be a difficult thing. At age 41, is that truly realistic? Number one. Number two, a lot of people like myself who are in truck driving or Uber driving are all going to go to the schools together. Now the schools will make money, but more competition for one job. What are the chances that we'll get that job? Yes.
So first of all,
Obey them, we'll go back and forth with me.
so
Okay?
basically, like Zaid said, you can explore other jobs. Not all jobs are either cars or let's say tech. You can explore other jobs such as being a teacher, such as doing something that you've wanted to do but you couldn't because, well, you couldn't. Life
Why
was
do you
bad.
not want people to be more self-fulfilled? This is now in a tragic way putting me in a situation where I can now find something which I always wanted to do. What if I wanted to play basketball, but I could never do it because my truck driving held me back? And Riyad, come and join us. Okay, so what do you say about that? Why can't you not want people to go through that?
Software engineering is a big job.
No, not software engineering. I was a truck driver, now I'm fired because the truck driver himself. This will put me in a spot where I can now look for another opportunity, something which I always wanted to do. I want to be a soccer coach, a soccer broadcaster, right? Because we believe risk is from Allah. And just because one is gone, so what? I will give more opportunities. Why do you not want people to get more diverse experience? Yes, Adam.
Also, not a lot of people
2 minutes left, yeah.
not a lot of people that lose their jobs get their jobs another job because they
Assalamualaikum. Amina Muhammad, grade 10. Your ride is here.
they did school and everything for that job, and then not a lot of people just have been looking forward for another
Not a lot of people have the courage, the patience, the opportunity to find another job. Yeah, sounds very philosophical and idealistic. Go find yourself. But what happened with me, I found the best job of my life. What are the odds of that? 1 in a million. 1 in a million, right? Imran, what do you say about that?
So, for example, you want to be an Uber driver.
I don't want to be Uber driver pays my bills.
No, just wait. So you want to be an Uber driver. You know that Uber driver doesn't get paid really well.
Okay,
And you can-
people will find, a lot of people have a lot of skills. They're going to find more well-paying jobs. What's your problem?
So I have 2 counters for Junaid.
And then this will be the end because at 12:40 we're going to stop the debate here. We might do a part 2 because we're not even started yet.
So my first counter is for fewer car crashes. You said for less insurance, right? Okay, let me counter it. So why should we let a machine choose between life or death situations?
Different topic altogether. For part 2.
My different one is
Let's stick to the money part right now. Mula.
Can I just do a different conference? I don't have anything.
Okay, so we're gonna stop the debate right here. Quickly ask our neutral what he thinks. Neutral, are you tilting towards this one still? Okay, I don't think this debate is even half done. We just got started. So I have a different topic, but we might do this one again next Thursday, part 2. Yeah, we might do a part 2 of this one, inshallah.